Namaste everyone, this is Pooja and we have Nishay with us
Hello guys.
in today's video. So today's video is going to be about Masters in Physiotherapy in Canada. It is something that everyone wants to know about, mostly students coming from India or any other international any other country except for Canada. And if you're coming to Canada after your BPT, most of us want to do masters because that seems like the next logical step. But we are just going to discuss more about what it is, and then you will decide if it is the next logical step for you or not. Okay.
So we are not here to decide what you should take or what you shouldn't take. We are just here to make you more aware about masters or diploma courses and just give you some choices so you can decide better about your future. And one more thing, this is our jugaad. We don't have two mics right now, so we are just making one mic for both of us. So whenever we speak, I'll just rotate this mic, just ignore it. And let's get started.
So the first question that we have for you guys is that what do you think about masters in physiotherapy in Canada? What comes to your mind when you think about taking a masters in physiotherapy program in Canada?
So let me start with what is a masters in physiotherapy in India. So in Indian education system, there are things like if you did your bachelor in physiotherapy and you are going for your master's, so you are studying something more, you are going for more knowledgeable course, or you are doing some specialization, you are doing masters in musculoskeletal, neuro, or cardiopulmonary, women's health, or something like that. You are specializing your skills in a different sector. So that's how it works in India. And even people's mentality is like, if you did your bachelor, then you should go for masters only. That's the further study. That's how they know their further study. Here in Canada, it is not the scene. So we are going to discuss more about Canada's masters thing.
So in Canada, first of all, I want you guys to understand that there is something that's called CAPR. Uses this term a lot. People call CAPR capper, but I'm just saying CAPR. So it uses this term a lot. It's called entry to practice degree. So entry to practice degree means that this is the degree you require to sit for the license exam, and once you clear the license exam, you can be called a registered physiotherapist. Now this is different for every country. Okay, so for Canada, the scenario is that in Canada, let's say I am a Canadian student and I cleared my 12th grade. Now I want to be a physiotherapist. Now there is no bachelor's in physiotherapy degree in Canada. So what I'll do is I'll do a 3-year or 4-year bachelor's in kinesiology, human kinetics, something related to the field of biology, and sometimes even other programs as well. And once I'm done with this bachelor's of 3 or 4 years, then I'll go and take admission in a master's in physiotherapy program. Now this master's is just for 2 years, and once I clear this master, then I'm eligible to sit for the exam, right? Now, so for Canadian student, for me, if that's the example, I need a master's degree, only then I can write PCE and only then I can become a registered physiotherapist.
So in Canada, let's suppose Pooja is a bachelor student. So Pooja needs to learn in her bachelor degree, Pooja needs to learn biology, physiology, anatomy, and those kind of things. So those things we already learn in our first or second year of bachelor. And then we studied more or further in physiotherapy field in our third year and final year. That's those 2 years here considered as a master's program. So you will learn only physiotherapy knowledge in master's program here if you wanted to become a physiotherapist.
Yeah, so in short, we have 4.5 year program. They have a 2-year master's program. So that's how it is. So if you are an Indian educated physiotherapist, even if you have just your bachelor's degree, you are eligible to sit for PCE, because in India, bachelor's in physiotherapy is the entry to practice degree. Once you have bachelor's, you're done with your bachelor's. In India, you can start practicing as a physiotherapist. That's the same when you come to Canada. The only difference is you have to give the license exam. So that's out. right? You now know how is master's program.
And in Western University, they already write in their website that
Yeah.
Indian bachelor is equivalent to Canadian masters, right? Something like that.
So not those exact words. Yeah, many people say, oh, if I have bachelor's from India, that means my bachelor's is equal to Canadian MPT. No, don't. Masters is masters, bachelor's is bachelor's. It's still the same in Canada. The only difference is that you can sit for the exam.
Yeah, both person can sit for PC exam.
Yeah.
And both person can clear the PC and they become a registered physiotherapist in Canada.
Yes. So Western University, what they wrote on their website is that if you are internationally educated and if your education is equivalent or not substantially different from Canadian education, so that's the term that they use, not substantially different. So it's not equivalent. It's not BPT, Indian BPT is equal to Canadian MPT. That's not how it is. But it is not different from Canadian MPT. That's why you do not need to take admissions in Western Universities Masters in Physiotherapy. They don't allow you to take admissions from that. Okay, so that's the scene. Now, if you still want to do masters, you still want to do it, you can do it if you are going to work as a research, as a clinician who is going to go ahead in academics, or if you want to do more research based masters program, then that makes sense. Okay, then it makes sense that you go ahead, do a master's or a PhD. I would suggest you try yourself for PhD. If not, master's is there, but that's exclusively for, I guess, I'm not sure why would you want to do masters and do research, but if you want to, there are just 10% of us who actually want to do it, then you can go ahead do it. But for those of us who just want to come to Canada, be a registered physiotherapist, you do not need it.
And let's talk about money. That's my favorite subject. So if you're doing a master's of physiotherapy or diploma course, any diploma course, so there would be a little different on this fee structure. So you would end up paying more fees on masters. It's not always the same thing, because sometimes there are like just 5 or 6,000 different, but so some universities charges like $90,000 Canadian dollar for master's program.
Yeah, I think that's the one in Vancouver, in British Columbia.
Yeah.
The fees are $90,000 plus
For international students.
right? Yeah. But again, and if you consider Western University, you will be paying what, $22,000 or $25,000 per year for a master's program. If you do a diploma, you might pay $14,000 to $15,000. So the expense is not so much. The only thing is they won't let you take the admission because you already have a bachelor's in
So if you have dream to study masters in Canada, just check your requirements, if they are taking you as a master students here or not, because sometimes they need 7 overall IELTS or 8 overall IELTS.
So that's another thing. So first question is done, right? We spoke about masters, why you should do it, why you shouldn't do it. I would want you to think about it for yourself. Now the second thing is that there are 15 colleges in Canada which have masters in physiotherapy. Out of this, only 10 of them are in English. Okay, now out of this, not all universities would have a huge quota for international students. So what I suggest, I have another video on masters in physiotherapy. Please go through that once. In the description, and even for this video, I'll put it in the description. I'll give you a list of universities. It's already there on Google. I'm just going to put it down there for you. Go through those universities. See if you are going to be able to fulfill those requirements, because sometimes they require, the IELTS requirement would be crazy, like 7 overall or 7.5 or 8 overall. I have that in 1 or 2 universities. Some universities the requirement is just 6.5 IELTS, but there are mini interviews, there are essays that you have to submit, so it's a lot that you have to do. Getting into masters is very competitive. Even some Canadian students can't get into it. They'll go study in UK, or they'll go study in Ireland, or sometimes in US. So this is what is the scenario. This is the scenario. I just want you to understand and then do your research. Never ever believe what I say or what anyone else says. You have to do your research.
Yeah, so just do your research about master's program, because so many people right now we are seeing, they just come here for masters because their parents told them, like, if you wanted to go Canada, just do masters, don't go for diploma courses, because in Indian mentality diploma is like you're doing something below graded from your bachelor, but you don't have any options. It's not like you have a lot of options that you can do, and that is
you
very
have
easy.
options. You have options if you look for it. I did my research. This is all I understand. If you have something,
There might be option we don't know.
yeah,
Maybe.
there may be
Yeah.
options that we don't know of. If you know about it, share it with us, and we'll do more research on our end. But so far, this is what we know. Okay, because nothing is ever impossible. But the only thing is, do you really need it? Do you really have to do it? That's the scenario.
Yeah, that's the basic question of this video. The purpose is you should know what you wanted to do. It's not like just you started researching about Canada's courses and then so many people just wanted to do masters, and at the end they know they can get into the masters and they just end up with any diploma course.
Yeah.
Because they have all the money and time and resources put into the master's program and end up with like any diploma courses. So if you are not able to take master's programs, try and research about diploma courses. Put more resources toward it.
Yeah. Think about it. Now, a lot of you want to do masters in physiotherapy in sports, in respiratory field, in women's health. Now, I have to talk about that more. So, as I told you, masters over here, it's entry to practice degree, right? So it is not specialized, because if it's the basic degree, so it has to be same for everyone. It's not specialized, right? But again, so the thing is, if you want to be a sports physiotherapist, or if you want to, let's say I want to be a physiotherapist who specializes in women's health, what I do is I clear the license exam, I clear PCE, and then I try and find job opportunities in areas where they have more women client, or I do courses. So I am right now doing pelvic health course. So there are 3 levels in this course. Once I'm done with these 3 levels, once I complete the certifications, then I'll know more about pelvic floor. I'll be pelvic floor certified. So these are short courses which I do on weekends, like 2 or 3 days or 10 days or 12-day courses. So these are not long courses. People, what they do is, once they clear the exam, then you decide what you want to do, and then you can do these short courses. You can do them online, certain courses are in person. So this is something that you can do to specialize in one field, but there is no specific masters in cardiopulmonary. If you want to know more about cardiopulmonary, you'll have to take these weekend courses or 2 or 3 day courses where you'll know more about it. You'll have to take certifications, small, like 20 hours, 40 hours, 100 hours, 120 hours, these type of courses, not 2 years or 3 year courses. Okay, so that's about specialization.
So your first goal as an Indian Bachelor of Physiotherapy student, you should clear PCE first. So once you clear your PCE, then you have a lot of options what you need to do. You can become a McKinsey certified physiotherapist, pelvic floor physiotherapist. If you do work concussion physiotherapist, you can do that courses. But if you wanted to work in hospital, and if you work in hospital for a long time, you can do some specialization in ICU or those fields.
PICU, if you want to do that. So the thing is, once you are done with your license, there are things that you can do, but there is no specialization. Okay, so that is answered now. Now the thing is, what should you do now? That's on you. The onus is on you now, that you have to decide what you should do now, right? So we suggest, and I'm speaking for both of us, that if you want to do MPT, I think you should do it only if you want to go ahead in academics, and only if you fulfill all the requirements. So first do your research, see that okay, I no matter what, I want to go ahead, do more research in physiotherapy, then go into MPT in Canada. If not, then choose a diploma program.
And there are a lot of diploma programs, so you will have lots of opportunities, and every agent gives you like 10 or 15 or maybe 50 or 60 courses, so you might get confused. So that's where your part comes. You have to research it, you have to go through the requirements, you have to go through the application process, you have to go through the job market in that particular area, you have to go through the important thing demand. Is demand, and the important thing is the culture where you are taking the admission, because you don't want to be some isolated place in Canada where there is just one college or something, and you just go there and you do some courses there. So try to be come in center part of Canada, so where you can get more and more help from people.
And again, if you want to go and like if you want to go study in Saskatchewan, that's okay, that makes sense. If you are doing it in terms of getting your PR
If you have your
earlier.
points, then you can obviously go there. Like if you have your benefits for going Saskatchewan, if you get PR earlier, then definitely you should go for that.
So I am always open for a healthy debate. If someone has a point like, no, this is why I should do masters, send me a DM on Instagram. I mean, I would love to know more about it, but this is what I know so far. Other than that, yeah, diploma courses, there are many, and many of you ask which diploma is good for me, which is the best diploma for me. Trust me, I don't have a secret diploma lying around here that I'm not telling everyone.
We will just tell you what diploma you should do and what is best for you. It's not like that.
So the thing is, many of you just look at the diploma. You don't really do research. Like, is it a field that is in demand? I have spoken a lot about this. Check on Indeed.ca. What are the job opportunities? And don't just see, okay, there are 10 jobs. Go into each job opportunity that's there. See what requirements are you
Check
fulfilling.
the description.
Yeah. Because if you're doing a healthcare administration course, right, and you feel like, oh, there are so many jobs for that, but you have to see that they are looking for 5 years of work experience.
Maybe they are looking for just female manager or something.
Yeah. So if you are a male and then you are into a program that's more more for the females, then it becomes an issue. So do your research. Please focus on your diploma. Just don't take it. Focus on what it is going to do for you in case your PC doesn't work out. So there are few good diplomas. Massage therapy is one of it. I like it because it gives you an extra license.
That's the whole different topic. If you guys wanted to make a video on that, just comment below, so we can we can do some more research and give you some good guidance about that. And we are going to we usually update some post on Instagram. So if you wanted to join on Instagram, we have Instagram ID somewhere here. So just go and join us on Instagram, and we will update you on that.
Yeah, just connect with us on Instagram. It's easier to sort of chat, communicate. It's fun.
Yeah, we can do the voice recording thing.
Yeah,
that's what we are doing lately.
So yeah, connect with us, think about it, do your research, and all the best. Hope you guys are having fun, and see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye bye.